We learned that Kabbalists explained to us that no one merited for the Creator to bring him close, to open up the heavens, to begin to understand why and what for and how was reality created, but only in order for men to become an active part of the system of the One Soul. Hence, each and every one has an obligation to function properly relative to the entire general soul called the soul of Adam Arishon. That's it. Therefore, we need to know what we have to do. That's why each of us has an obligation. Go ahead.
We're in excerpt number 34 from Baal Sulam, the Peace. The corrupt conducts in the states of humanity are the very ones that generate the good states. And each good state is nothing but the fruit of the work in the bad state that preceded it. Indeed, these values of good and bad do not refer to the value of the state itself, but to the general purpose. As each state that brings humanity closer to the goal is considered good, and one that deflects them from the goal is considered bad. By this standard alone is the law of development built. The corruption and the wickedness that appear in a state are considered the cause and the generator of the good state, so that each state lasts just long enough to grow the evil in it to such an extent that the public can no longer bear it. At that time, the public must unite against it, destroy it, and reorganize in a better state for the correction of that generation.
Meaning, both the corruptions have to pass over us with all their discernments and all their depth. Otherwise, we'll never reach the correct state for connection. We must reveal along the way all the corruptions without exception, and all their depth, all their bitterness. Rather, there's a big difference in how we discover it. If we discover it without preparation, it passes over us very harshly. Let's say, like now, coronavirus. But if we could respond to them, if we could come to that state, this era, in a way that we are ready, we would feel in all those things a good lesson, a good state, where we acquire good tools through that. It's like you have a beautiful feast before you, and you want to go out and have a walk before the meal, so you can come to it with greater appetite. Whereas when we are hungry and we're facing an empty table, and we have to wait for it to somehow get filled with food. That's a big difference. It's a big difference in how we accept our development. So, from the beginning, we need to accept what we have to receive in the right development. By that, we are changing reality, since that picture can appear in two ways that are radically different from one another. One is in the good state, the other is in the bad state. We'll come to the same goal, but we'll have to come to it in a state where we are immersed in the bad and we have to reveal our hate for the bad, and then only then bring ourselves to the good.